Ooh, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Lvgit. We got the Knicks going versus the 76ers. Game 4, man. Let's see what happens.
On the road in the playoffs thus far. Edge come to Maxey. Maxey looking to be aggressive.
Whoa, look like he traveled right there, but hey, fuck it. Let it ride, man.
Now adjusting.
Michael.
Josh Hart is starting to lose his balance before the whistle.
Brunson for the trade.
Knocks down the three.
I'm always rooting for the underdog, man. I got Philly to win this series, bro. They're going to be the first team to ever come back down 3-0. This shit, Maxey. Oubre. Damn, that shit, bro. Good board, Edge. No. Got to pass that back out, Edgecombe.
Here's Josh Hart. Good transition defense.
Dudes for the tray. Good shot.
Sequences make a wide open three is missed.
Good shot, Embiid. Don't need an Embiid 40 bomb tonight. Oh, my gosh. Damn. Bro, how did he move you that fast? Golly, Paul.
I thought about another one. Edgecombe did a good job closing on him.
Brunson, right. Oh, why did y'all leave? What the fuck are y'all doing? Bro, whose mans was that? Hold on, bro. I'm sorry I keep rerunning. So Brunson Edgecombe ran to Brunson. This whole defense is just fucked up. I don't know who Paul's guarding. And B's supposed to be down low with Cat. It's got to be Paul. Paul must have thought they was in a zone or something. And he don't even go run and go chase him. He just stands there and stares at him, bro. Brunson with another midi.
Oubre using the screen goes right at Towns.
I like it, Oubre.
Towns has Maxey on him. Towns goes right inside. Stops, pulls up, shots good.
How? Why is Maxey guarding him in the first place? And how did he fall? How the hell did Embiid fall? Bro, what the? This is just a clumsy ass game. Edgecombe, Embiid, tray ball. Good shot, Embiid. Embiid bullying. No, that's Cat bullying. Damn, he slapped the shit out of his arm. Cat bullied Edgecombe. Good D. Brunson, corner, jab, pulls up. Ooh. Maxey with the speed. Oh! Another Brunson pull up, tray ball. Shamit pump fake, Shamit tray. Lucky ass shot. Landry fucking Shamit. Are you talking some shit? Landry's open again. These dudes are up by 20, dog. I can't be reading this right. Pump fake. That's not a foul.
Knicks still playing. Tough physical defense.
Come on, PG.
Paul George trying to get free, gets away from Towns. Shot is.
I like it, PG.
Alvarado inside finds Towns. Towns pass to Hart. Hart flips it up and good.
Josh Hart.
Offensively right now, whatever they want to do, even when they get it on the interior and there's traffic around.
Edgecombe.
Alvarado right back to Towns. Towns turns, shoots.
Cat just being left wide open, bro. Like Philly, y'all gotta wake the hell up, bro. Your season's on the line. Alvarado bricking Mitchell on the boards. Deuce wide open. Bro, this shit is sad, man. Come on, Embiid. Knock it down. Nice. Y'all need more threes, though. Bro, look at this stat. 14 and 19 for New York from the 3. And then Philly is 2 for 11 from the 3. Philly probably getting good looks. They just missing them. Embiid all the way. Oh, here go Embiid limping and shit, man. Don't start with that limping shit, bro. Maxey. All the way.
Sixers trying to fight back after putting themselves in such an enormous hole.
Michael bringing it up the floor.
The team has fought all season long through injuries through that first round series.
Oh my gosh. Come on, Barlow. You gotta punch that shit off the glass. No offensive board. No, man, no boards, man. You let them get an offensive board. And he laid y'all. Look at him flexing, bro. Like he's, bro, you not strong. Michael, you're like 113. Yo, Joel Embiid just damn near took out Brunson's ACL, bro. Josh Hart got no handles. Cat kick it out to Brunson. Oh my gosh. Why are they flopping so much, bro? You didn't even land on him. Like, I hate how they be extending their leg on purpose to try to get a flagrant, bro. That's how you gonna fuck up your Achilles, man. Stop all that flopping shit.
Corner three. Got it. The NBA record for most in the playoffs.
PG pump fake. PG good pass. Good dunk, Drummond.
Bridges another fine defensive.
Oh, you try to blitz it. Brunson making an extra kick. Deuce. Torching these guys, man. Wait, what's that stat? I like the unselfishness right there from Brunson. But it says most points in a half in Knicks playoff history. In 2026 first round game 6, they had 83. Today they had 81. And then in 2026 East semis, they had 74. So this was all this year, right? Good grief, man. What happened to defense in the NBA?
We're really bad, but he said we got another half, we got to chip away.
Cat with a dime, man. Oubre getting beat off the damn back door. Them niggas gotta wake up. Come on, Edgecombe. Come on, PG. Just let the threes flop, man. Just start chucking threes. Y'all niggas down by like 25, I think. Embiid? Okay, Embiid. Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid.
And combines it with that shooting touch. Towns fakes, drives on him, gets inside.
Cat Towns with the lay.
For a guy that there was a lot of clamoring for Mike Brown to take him out of the.
That's an illegal screen, man. Michael Mitty. I mean, they're just making lucky ass shots, man. Embiid, why do you keep shooting twos, bro? Y'all need threes. You're down by 20, man. Oh my gosh. 75, 85. Bro, this is damn, what is it, 27? This is embarrassing. Edgecombe. Just let it fly, man. Right back to him. Nice, Edgecombe. Edgecombe only got 6 points, man. Come on, man. Look at, like, look, bro, Embiid, man. Embiid, man. You're not even jumping for the lob, though, bro. Like, jump, nigga, jump. Try to contest it. He's scared to get dunked on, bro. That's his problem. Good board, Edgecombe. Maxey for the tray. Good shot, Maxey. 24-point game. Good defense, Barlow. Oh, you getting crossed out your socks. Oh, my fucking gosh. Brunson torching these dudes. Oh, my, they showed it again. Oh, my gosh. Nah, he fried him right there. And they got another, bro. Who inbounded that shit? Was that Embiid? Embiid, you have Edgecombe right there. What the fuck is your issue, man? Yeah, this is nasty. Look at him smiling. Look at his fat ass forehead, dude. What is that celebration, man? Look, they don't even want to pass to each other. Edgecombe don't even want to pass it to Embiid. He said, you ain't give me the ball, I'm not giving you the ball. Michael kick, Josh Hart in the corner. You'll live with that, bro. That kid is a trash shooter. He got lucky. Good hands from Mitchell Robinson. Makes Embiid fall. Throws it to Edgecombe. Delay. Deuce. Trey ball. 7 trays, bro. Holy shit. Cat gets a wide open midi. Hey, man. Hey, man, this defense is so butt. Y'all got Cat with a double-double. That should say 14 points, 10 assists. Drummond gets blocked. Oh, hell nah. We got to wrap this shit up. Alvarado, float. Nice. Nice, Oubre.
He finally got an opportunity today to show you.
Clarkson.
Winding down the third quarter.
Blows right past Bona with a tough leg.
Third game is in this building. 26 points, 8 threes at 5 steals.
Alvarado floater. Y'all just gonna give up though? Like, look who's in the game right now. Edwards, Bona, Edgecombe's still in. Barlow, and I don't even know the 5th guy. I only see 4. Alvarado in the corner.
Well, he hit 8 here.
Damn.
In February, down 3 games to 1 against the Celtics. Win 2 games in Boston.
Kolek. Hey, man, this shit is sad, bro. 76ers, y'all better make some damn trades in this offseason.
Nice move from Edwards. Hurt his hand coming up. that other series to go as long as possible. If Mike Brown had his way, I'm sure.
Oh my God, Jabari. Good board, Bona.
Hopefully for them at full strength with OG Anunoby making a return.
Just threw it right to him. What the fuck was that?
Again, that's the key for the Knicks.
Hey! Okay, Terry. And they're booing him. Is he going to go score it? He's not crazy. He ain't going to score it. All right, man. The Knicks are going to sweep the 76ers, man. I'm at a loss for words. Cat has 17, 4, and 10. Double-double, 2 blocks. Shout out Cat, man. Only played 20 minutes. Josh Hart has 17, 9, and 1. Mikal Bridges with 12, 4, and 6. Jalen Brunson with 22, 4, and 6. Deuce McBride with 25. That boy made 7 trades. Brunson made 6 trades. 4 boards, 0 assists. I mean, they was just letting it rain from deep, man. Except everyone but bum-ass Mikal. Mind you, they did this without OG. I'm just realizing OG was their best player that first series. And they did this without him, bro. Bro, please. Pistons or Cavs, whoever wins out of that East series, y'all got to humble these guys, bro. The Knicks, I can't see Brunson hold up that Larry O'Brien, man. I can't. Somebody got to humble these dudes, bro. Soda can't have 5. Pacome Dadiet with 5. Mo Diawara with 0. Mitchell Robinson with 6 and 6. Huck Porter with 5 and 4. Clarkson with 7, 1 and 3. Shaman had 12 and knocked down 4 trades. Alvarado with 7 and Kolek with 4. Paul George in an elimination game dropped 7 fucking points, man. 7 fucking points. I mean, no, like, how do you predict this, bro? Like, you know Paul George is... He's been a good playoff performer for most of his career, but as he's gotten older, it's just gotten worse. But, like, how can anyone predict him dropping 7 points in an elimination game, man? They gotta... I don't know, bro. And B with 24... 5 and 4. I mean, he went out with a fight, man. He only took 8 shots, though. Had 3 turnovers. Paul George with 2 turnovers. Kelly Oubre with 10. Maxey with 17. Shot pretty bad. And Edgecombe had 8, man. Watford with 2. Jabari with 0. Dalen Terry with 9. Johnny Broome with 7. Justin Edwards with 8. Dominique Barlow with 5. Andre Drummond with 4. Adem Bona with 7. Quinn Grimes with 6. Lowry didn't even play, man. I feel so bad for the 76ers, man. But they got to trade. They're going to have to trade either Paul George or Embiid, man. The injury history, all that stuff. It's bad, man. Let's see if we can get 76ers post-game. Like, what y'all got to say after that belt y'all just received, man? What do y'all have to say for yourselves, man? Maxey and Edgecombe, 19 minutes long. Embiid, what you got to say, man? Do you think you're going to be with the 76ers after this season, man?
It's got to be quick. I got to put my daughter down to sleep. Y'all can ask me all the questions y'all want tomorrow. Let's go.
Joel, towards over here.
What the comments talking about? Trust the process, right? The process, wow, they hate. He feels accomplished winning a gold in the Olympics. He legit only cares about the money. He was fresh off of surgery and led a 3-1 comeback. Maxey didn't show up. You got to put your daughter to sleep. Philly needs to let this guy go. What? Being a parent becomes before the sport. Hella millions and 0 fucks. Philly, you are getting worked so fucking hard. Sixers got the whole package of the broom and the belt. Podcast P and Joel Embiid are worst contract that killed the Sixers. Getting good to great players to surround Maxey and Edgecombe. Might as well buy them out because if we're being honest, their injury and age will never get better. It'll only get worse every year. They're not winning a championship with 2 guards as their best players. I can guarantee you that. Wow. Bro does not care at all. Holy shit.
Towards the end of January, you made a...
Can I get just to sum it up like Chaz? Chaz, you got to sum these guys up for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to listen to all this, John, man. 16 minutes long. Cat hugs Paul George and Jalen Brunson. Oh, the lottery happened today. I definitely got to tap into that. Shaq says the Knicks will breeze their way to the NBA Finals. Hopefully the Pistons can shut that down, man. I don't know, bro. Let's see this real quick, though. I'm listening to what Embiid and probably Maxey got to say, and maybe Paul George too. And then I don't know. This video shouldn't be too long. What you guys say, Embiid? I mean, no. This is Cat hugs Paul George and Jalen Brunson. Shows love to VJ. Let's see this.
From his son, Joel Embiid in the Sixers season comes to an end after.
Why are they laughing and smiling about it, man?
In the first round, they lose 4 straight to the Knicks. And the respect around the league always there at the end of these playoff matchups.
Maxie, why are you laughing and smiling, bro?
Offseason for Philadelphia with a lot of questions. Disappointing end and not fully healthy, but for the Knicks right now, no question, just answers. Everything they're doing offensively is an answer for anything thrown at them.
So look at the brackets now. The Knicks have advanced. The Thunder 1 win away from advancing.
Look how early compared to everybody else. They're still in a 3-0. They're still in a 2-1. They're still in 2-1. And these dudes took care of business early. Now they finna have a week or 2 weeks of rest, bro. That shit crazy.
Pistons and Cavs all have a lot of work to do before they get to the conference finals.
That shit is crazy, man. That shit is actually fucking insane how quick they got done. Y'all could have at least pushed it to 5 or 6, man. Y'all could have at least pushed it to 5 or 6, my nigga. That's fucking tough, bro. Shaq says the Knicks will breeze their way to the finals. Man, hopefully the Pistons or the Cavs got something to say about that shit. Let's see, bro. I can't believe y'all went out like that, Philly.
The Knicks
God
dominated
damn, bro.
in Game 4 on their way to sweeping Philadelphia. They hit 11 threes in the first quarter and didn't look back from there, winning Game 4 by 30 points. And Shaq
7 fucking points, playoff P. 7 fucking points.
It's real again in the next round for the Knicks. Oh, you're already looking ahead. Oh, they're ahead. Yeah, so they are. So, you know, Cleveland and both Pistons have caused problems at times for the Knicks this year. So, looking ahead.
Yeah, I remember that K40 piece in that garden. Y'all went up for that.
If you look at, if it's the Pistons, the fact of Cade Cunningham being such a big guard, that would give the Knicks problems. And then the two, possibly the most explosive backcourt in the NBA coming in there as well with Harden or Richard. So this
most explosive? I don't know about all that now.
It was a resting round. But the next round will look very similar to the last round with the Hawks, where they have people who they can guard them. They match up in certain positions. It won't be a cakewalk from this hard on, but congratulations to the Knicks.
Yeah. So, yeah, Chuck, I know you love these. The points swept New York in the regular season, and the Knicks took 2 out of 3 from the Cavs. Jalen Duren didn't play in any of those games for the Cavs.
That's why I think those stats are all useless. I think that the Knicks would probably prefer to play the Pistons if a better matchup for them.
In what ways?
Because the Pistons are struggling to score. They always struggle to score. Now, Cleveland, to me, Cleveland has the most talent in the Eastern Conference. If they play. If James and Donovan play well, you got the 2 big guys. Like, if they play, you never know which Cavaliers team you're going to get. But you know,
true.
You play Detroit.
He's right.
You got Cade. Tobias has played great. Duren has really struggled in the playoffs. So I think it's a better matchup if they play the Pistons. You go by that regular season stuff. Because the Knicks are going to score.
You're a big killer instinct guy. Do you have that? Now, look, round 1, chance to close out the Hawks, beat them by, 51. You win today by 30 in a closeout situation. What have the Knicks shown you?
They've shown me that they are ready. And I have to disagree with both guys. I think they will breeze through whoever they
breeze through? Oh, my goodness.
Whoever the next opponent is, if they continue to play this. They're playing well. They're very connected. They're on all cylinders. They don't make excuses when they have a bad game. They always step up. And
Zach, did you see him last week?
Yeah, that was last week. That was last week.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but when you have an advantage against one team, the advantage doesn't change. So you can do it every night, and like the Knicks did. They won't have the same advantages against Cleveland and Kenny's 100% right.
Hold on. Let me explain. Donovan and James Harden are not defensive specialists.
They can score. They are offensive specialists.
No.
Yes, they are.
No, one of them is.
No.
James Harden had 1 killer game yesterday, and it wasn't even killer. He just had 3 timely baskets. Don't start that.
But he 3 timely baskets. It's different way timeouts. The different timely baskets where they swing the ball, and he shoots it. His timely was get out the way for 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. Hey, he right though. Harden did ISO that nigga for the game. I think it was Tobias Harris.
1 game.
That's different. Hey, we got a long way to go before we're about
Hey, man, embarrassing belt right there. Embarrassing for the 76ers, man. All right, man, and B, what you got to say, bro? Let's try to speed this up, and B, because you really disappointed me, man. I know you're coming off the surgery. Maxie, you disappointed me. Paul George is really you, too, bro. 7 points in an elimination game, my nigga. I can't wait to hear that post-game interview from your ass.
It's got to be quick. I got to put my daughter down to sleep. You can ask me all the questions y'all want tomorrow. Let's go.
Joel, towards the end of January, you made a comment about how this you felt was sort of a trial year for you, and that it was already a success based on what you had accomplished. So I guess how do you sort of reconcile that feeling with what I'm sure is a feeling of heartbreak or devastation or whatever you want to call it when you lose a playoff series?
Yeah, I mean, I said it, and I'm gonna say it again. I know we lost, and I know that's not the right mentality to have. But for me, this was a success. I came into this year not knowing where I was gonna be. How long I was gonna play, if I was even gonna play, based on how the knee was the last few years. And I came in just hoping for the best, and I feel like we're in a position where we figured out the knee hasn't been an issue, and if it wasn't for the oblique or like some of the other stuff that I had, it could have been different as far as how many games I would have played. But we came into the season thinking that there was not much left, based on the last few years, and now I'm sitting here, not even worrying about my knee. You know, and even after all the stuff that's happened, you know, people falling on me. Obviously, you're gonna have setbacks, you know, as you go along. But you know, those setbacks have been, you know, so much different than it's been in the past. So I hate losing, but based on, you know, I thought I was done. You know, that's the best way to put it. And then, you know, I found, you know, something, and we found something as a group to figure it out. You know, what it takes and what we have to do to make sure, you know, we're in a, frankly, quite frankly, better position next year to play a lot of games.
Joe, over here.
Embiid, I need to see all 82 next year, man.
I asked the question because first we're told this will be our only chance to talk to you and we won't have you tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, so, and I understand why you didn't want to answer this particular question in the middle of playing.
My daughter to sleep.
Just, where would you say you stand right now just with the front office and just kind of your overall picture of this organization, you know, moving forward and your relationship there?
I love Philly. You know, I've been here my whole career, you know, and yeah, a lot has happened. We haven't won. You know, but it's hard. You know, I've been doing this for a long time. It's hard to win in this league, and everything has to happen. You know, everybody has to be on the same page. Everybody has to play the best basketball, you know, at the same time. And you know, it takes a lot to win. So, you know, I'm disappointed that once again we didn't get to reach that goal. I don't care. You know, losing first round, second round, it doesn't matter to me. Like if you don't accomplish, you know, that goal. And quite frankly, New York, they were just better than us in everything. So we just gotta look at each other. You know, starting with me. But you know, that's where I put it on me, where, you know, I feel like I wasn't around for, you know, much of the season for a lot of things. And, you know, moving forward, you know, understanding what it takes, you know, when it comes to my body and what we have to do as a group to make sure that, you know, I get to play every game. I feel like we find that solution. So it'll be better next year. But, yeah, I mean, I'm just disappointed that we didn't get a chance to another year, no championship. So, yeah, so we just got to look, everybody just got to look at themselves, starting with me. What can I do better to be more available, play better basketball, and, yeah, go from there.
Joe, can you just, deal left. I know you always say, like, oh, I'm fine, I'm healthy, I'm ready to go. But can you just describe the last month has really been for you and fighting back from the appendectomy and the hips, the ankle, just even being out there like, for the team right now?
It's been tough. You know, I said it. I had complications after the surgery, and you know, even the things that I've been dealing with, they've all been related to, you know, the surgery, because, you know, coming back early and, you know, the core is kind of weak. You know, it's not an excuse, but everything else is affected. Everything else is out of place. So you're looking at the hip, the adductor, you know, everything is out of place. So, you know, it kind of put me in a position where, you know, you don't have time to, you know, get ready to play, and, you know, the little time that, you know, you have, you got to go jump straight to playoff basketball. You know, that stuff. But I feel like I still played as hard as I could. You know, I fought hard. I tried to give us a better chance to win. Didn't happen. So, you know, I look at myself and, you know, I got to be better. Maybe I got to go to church more. So I don't have, you know, those type of things right before the playoffs. I don't know. Maybe I'm cursed. I don't know. Maybe Philadelphia's cursed. Yes.
Nigga just said he's cursed or Philly's cursed. Really, bro?
But that's a joke. But yeah, just gotta, you know, keep doing the right things over and over and hope that at some point it changes.
Joe, what would you say is the most important thing that the organization, outside of what you already have here, might have to go out and get?
I don't know. That's not my job. If I was a GM, I would answer that question. But I'm just a player. I think I gotta focus on myself.
They're gonna have to get rid of Joe. As much as I love him, he's such a dominant, great player, but he's too injury prone, man. They gotta get Maxey. I don't know. Maybe they could re-sign him for like a smaller, cheaper amount, or if he doesn't play a certain amount of games, because him and Paul George is literally taking up all the money, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like they gotta. I don't know, man.
My job is helping everybody else. You know, helping Tyrese. You know, like I've done. VJ is up next. Philly got a good one in him. You know, he's the guy. You know, I think. I'm telling you guys, that guy is something different. And this was only year one. You know, year two is going to be better. Year three, even better. But he has a chance to be extremely special. So providing, you know, that assistance, you know, with those younger guys are helping them, you know, keep going. Because I've seen a lot. I've dealt with a lot off the court, on the court. You know, just helping everybody as a whole, not just them. You know, providing kind of like that leadership. So, like I said, I can't answer your question because I'm not the GM. But I just hope that, you know, you look at the Knicks. We just played against some great team. Guys coming off the bench. You know, everybody just coming in and doing their job. So, and I feel like we have that. So it's just about us, you know, just, you know, looking at ourselves and want to improve. You know, whatever you got, you know, you got to improve on. Obviously, leaning on the front office, coaches, trying to understand what they need from you, and going out there and actually working on it and getting better.
Joel, you said the season was a success for you in a certain regard, just considering the uncertainty that you faced beforehand. Obviously, you just finished the season, but looking ahead, what does this season mean for you moving forward? Do you have any further confidence, perhaps, just as what the future might hold for you?
Oh, I'm as confident as I've ever been. I think, obviously, that was the biggest concern, and I'm not thinking about it. And as long as we keep doing what we've been doing, I won't have to think about it anymore. So, I mean, I'm looking at next year, obviously being more available and being more available by me. You know, how I see it as a team. You know, the personal goals, it doesn't matter. I know that if I'm available and I play, you know, as much as possible, everything else is going to follow. So I'm not worried about everything else. I've accomplished everything else. So for me, it's just about I'm in a good mental place because it sucks losing, but I just know that, you know, moving forward, I just be better for my team.
We've got three more. Tim, Adam, and Bill. What have the last 2 weeks been like for you since you came back from? Obviously, came back and played 2 weeks ago. You guys lost
and you go on win 3 in a row against Boston, and then obviously what's happened over last week.
What was the question?
What has the last 2 weeks been like? The ups and downs of that.
Yeah, it's been tough. Obviously, going down 3-1, it took a lot out of us to come back. Just every single thing. When you're down 3-1, there's no room for error. Like, you got to really focus on everything. And obviously, we make that comeback. And then obviously a bunch of things happen. And then game 1, everybody just tired. And then game 2, more complications. I can barely walk. I can't play. And then game 3, we try. And then tonight, that was just better. That made shots. I'm proud of this group. I feel like we play hard. We try as we've done all season. And at times it's okay to say that the other team was just better, tonight, and they made every shot, they made every single play. We didn't make shots, so yeah, just gotta get better, from top to bottom. Ownership, as a front office, players, coaches, everybody just gotta get better.
Is it fair to say that when you're talking about your health and about your knee that you expect to be more available, or maybe a lot more available next year? The way you're talking, and if so, what do you expect this summer to be like when you're going into it, seemingly feeling better than you expect?
Yeah, obviously, I'm going into the summer. Obviously, I got to recover from everything that's been happening. That's first, and then I would say after that, I'll probably be healthy and just being able to actually walk out, which I haven't done in a couple of years. So that's exciting, and yeah, going into the summer, having the chance to be more prepared with everything body-wise and my game. So that's going to be key. But I'm excited about next season. I think VJ is going. I know and I'm going to talk to him. He's going to be better, and he was amazing for his first year. Tyrese is going to be better, and he's taking a step every single year. PG that we saw the last couple of weeks, he still got it, and then everybody else, I don't know who's going to be here. I don't even know if I'm going to be here, but whatever happens, happens. But for me, I'm excited about really getting back to myself.
Joel, you just mentioned Tyrese. You've been empowering him for a long time to be sort of the vocal leader of this group. I'm curious where do you feel that sort of evolution is fully formed for him, and what does it mean for the group to have him sort of be that outspoken leader?
It's good. Obviously, when you're on the team, you kind of need, as a group, you kind of need everybody to just pitching and do a bunch of different things. I'm quiet, but I lead in a different way, and these guys can tell you. Tyrese always happy, amazing to talk to, great spirits. That's another thing. VJ, I think he's both, and as it keeps going, he's going to lead more into with PG, leads in his own way. But I think he's done a fantastic job, coming into the season, and to where we are. I had him when he was a rookie, and so to see the progression every single year that he's made, on the court, off the court, extremely proud of him. And I think, VJ, he's on the same path, and that guy's going to be a monster.
Hey Joel, I know you said you're going to be playing for years to come, but just for sake of argument, if you decide to leave the game like now, what do you think your legacy would be in the city and in the league?
No, I don't care.
What? You don't care? You don't care about your legacy, nigga?
This beautiful young man. You guys are taking away my chance to put my daughter to sleep. My wife is going to be extremely mad at me. So that's all I care about. I got my family. I got my kids. Hopefully I get more. I got my mom, my dad. Our parents. I don't know. I could care less about what people think about me when it comes to basketball. I think I've done a lot of stuff off the court. So hopefully that's the part that's remembered. Whether it's here in Philadelphia, all over the U.S., in Africa, and that's been my goal. My focus is just keep doing, keep improving in this.
No, he just said himself. He don't care. Of course, it's great to do stuff off the court for the community and stuff. But nigga, when it come down to it, bro, you're getting paid to play basketball, man.
And keep helping people. So yes, to answer your question, that's really what I want my legacy to be. Basketball is just a platform. Whether I win or lose, I'll be sad. If I don't win.
It's just a platform.
But I don't think that's gonna, define me. And I wouldn't want anybody to think that basketball is all they have, because there's so much more in life than just basketball. And I'm talking that you can ask all these guys. I care about winning more than anybody. There's a lot of people that care about winning, but we can all be equally on the same page when it comes to that. It sucks to lose. I haven't won anything, so that hurts. But to go home and raise this guy, raise my daughter. Look at my wife in the eyes and understand that I'm a good man. No matter what people say, we're going to go. They're chanting. I hate that he hears that, but he has to understand that that's the way the world is, and you just gotta live, and understand that there's gonna be negativity, there's gonna be positivity, but you gotta go through it, and it's okay. Even I heard he was hearing those chants, and then I was like, okay, who cares? Like, yeah, they might say whatever, but at the end of the day,
what were they chanting?
He sees me as his dad and what I do every single day at home, and I present myself when I'm off the court, and really that's all that matters.
Jeez, and B. He said, let's just be real here. You were not healthy enough to be a positive contributor to your team. He needs to consult multiple doctors. Such a coward move to bring your kid. You know why certain players do that. He's sensitive to criticism. So he uses his kid as a shield here and hopes if he brings his kid out with him at the end of the year press conference after getting swept, maybe the media will give him a break or soften the questions. What? Damn. Damn, man. And B don't care for real, bro. He don't care for real, man. Paul George. Paul George. Paulie P, 8 points, man. What you got to say, brother? 8 fucking points. Or 9 points. I don't even remember. Time to hop on the podcast.
Guys, VJ especially, but
PG be out there at work doing the bare minimum, collecting a check. He get his 12 to 15 and go home. He don't play aggressive, settle for threes, no hunger, shine away from the plays. I understand he's older than come off the bench and drop your little points to help and let a young guy get your minutes so he can be or become that killer. The Sixers didn't sign you to be this laid-back, lackadaisical player. They need aggression and scoring. No, George, get your ass out of a Sixers uniform. As the Knicks fans who watched this man menace them when he was on the Pacers with Hibbert, this is a bittersweet win closing out of a long chapter. Yo, listen to Paul George talk. He says the same way every time. Motherfucker getting paid the max and can't do shit. We beat Boston, only thing I remember. Unfortunately, that took all the might we had playing to play in and coming back from 3-1. Paul George, no, you need to be better. You get 25 games off and you give Philly 17 points per game. His key card shouldn't work. Hostile environment at home. The question with Paul is, can he get hungry again? Harden puts up very good numbers with less physically. He needs to be the best catch and shoot player in the league. Let Maxey and VJ crash and create. We got to be better, sir. Your next game is half a year from now on. This ain't no we got to be better. Y'all are cooked, so keep chilling. Dude is only worried about his weak-ass podcast. Y'all done. Come back next year. We need you, PG. You're a max contract player with a mid-playoffs. We need PG back next year. What? He needs to retire. 7 points with all that talent. He's ass. What the fuck? I agree, but it was 7 total points in the final 7 quarters of the Knicks series, and he went 4 quarters without scoring a single point. He will be back, no worry. No one wants his contract. $50 million a year for an Asian player that doesn't produce. It's not we got to be better. It's you got to be better. Take accountability. The Sixers play him $53 million a year, and he scored 7 total points in the final 7 quarters of the Knicks series. 7 total points and 1 point per quarter in 7 quarters. That's embarrassing. And then he went 4 quarters without a single point. In my humble opinion, he does not deserve to wear a Sixers jersey and represent Philly anymore. If we can't trade him, he needs to ride the bench. He is not going to get his explosiveness back. He's 36 with a frail and broken down body. And he is only aggressive and effective in short spurts. That's why he should come off the bench and to think for years to come he's my favorite NBA player disgrace. Sadly, man, they don't care. They're getting paid regardless. They're taking y'all money for you buying their tickets, buying their jerseys. They making millions while we struggle, bro. This dude will not get you a championship. PG is to blame. He loves to shoot. Players never get a chance. The guy tries to take over a game. He is too old. Not the PG 10 years ago. I would trade him or bring him off the bench. Playoff P. All right, P, what you got to say, man?
There's plenty of other younger guys getting their first playoff experience. What do you want them to take away from not just this series, but also the triumph against Boston to kind of process this summer?
That's for him. You know, that's everybody got their own journey. I'm glad that they got the experience of playing playoff basketball. I'm glad he got his experience of, you know, what Game 7 feels like, what it feels like to go into a hostile environment. All of those are very valuable, and for him to catch that early in his career is amazing. But honestly, that's his journey. That's for him to, you know, learn and figure out. And obviously, I'm here to kind of help him through the process. But you know, the parts that you want out of it, he's experienced it. So that's the positive. And I think he'll know where he needs to take it and what we need for him going down, you know, years to come. But the experience.
Years to come. Hopefully you won't be there years to come, man. You got them selling, nigga. 7 damn points.
Experience is what's valuable.
Paul, over here. This side over here. To sort of build off of Bob's question about this over here. This side over here. To sort of build off of Bob's question about this offseason, just you've obviously been doing this a long time, and I know everyone is still wanting to work on their game and add things and build. So maybe are there specific areas that you feel like with this group, when you guys finally kind of got everything together for this like brief playoff time, that you sort of feel like, okay, these are the biggest ways I can help this particular team, and that might influence what I work on this summer, how I work this summer?
I mean, for me, I think it's just you know, figuring out if I can get that explosiveness back. You know, I thought it limited me a lot this year with the ability to be explosive going towards the basket, which, you know, I've been my entire career being able to, you know, not have to heavily rely on my jump shot, but the jump shot kind of being the jab to set up, you know, the drive to the rim. I just felt like that wasn't there this year. So I think, you know, just trying to find and see if there is that explosion back. So that'll be my challenge for the summer.
Paul?
Explosion, man.
Tyrese obviously took another step up this year, became an all-star starter. What do you make of his year, just big picture, and do you see areas where he can improve even more going forward?
Yeah, again, I thought he had an amazing year. I thought he got better. I thought, you know, he really added to a foundation that was already great. You know, he's one of the best scorers. You know, he's just been consistent for us all year with what he's dealt with what we've been through. You know, obviously the next step for him is which I think he'll have to figure out and adjust, how these playoffs have been. They're trying to get the ball out of his hands and him having to learn to play make from there. Because I mean now, he set a precedent that he can average 30 and he's an elite scorer shooter. So I'm pretty sure teams are going into this next year. That's going to be what's on teams, board is to try to stop Tyrese. And so, again, with all of it, it's just great that they get this experience. And for him, I'm sure he's going to sit with his trainers, his workout people, and they're going to look at, all right, how can we be better? What can we do better? And I think that conversation will come up then.
Paul, obviously 2 years in now with Joel, and you guys have had a ton of on-court times because of various reasons. But I guess where you feel like that duo is kind of coming along between you and Joe, about 2 years in now.
Yeah, I thought we played great out of the pick and roll. And I think with him, he needs spacers, guys that can be shot ready and be ready to pull the trigger around him. So I think the more I was on the floor with him, the more his post ups, those opportunities, he was confident. And I gave him kind of the ability to at least attempt to play one-on-one. I know they're still going to trap him or send doubles. But for the most part, he got a chance to kind of play one-on-one from post area. But yeah, I thought our chemistry grew in the pick and roll situations. And yeah.
Hey, Paul, back here. Back to your left. Back to VJ for a second. First few years of guys' careers, we kind of see them just exponentially grow. I mean, even you back, at the beginning, Tyrese. Just kind of from a third-person perspective, are you interested to see what kind of step he makes, given how kind of high his starting platform is?
Yeah, absolutely. But the special thing about BJ is, he's just scratching the surface. He's so athletic, and I think he's just now learning the game, to be honest, which is the scary part. He's naturally a playmaker, and I think once he starts to really add all those tools and just gets the confidence, he's going to be special. And I love them too, growing together, BJ and Tyrese. I think they're a great tandem together. So, yeah, I'm definitely interested. He knows we'll be locked in this summer. I'm trying to get better and working on things. So, yeah, future's definitely bright with BJ.
Quentin, right here. Pretty broad question, but what are you looking for moving forward?
I didn't even know this nigga was here.
I haven't even really thought about that, honestly. Just that digesting season as a whole. Just talking to my agents and everything. We'll kind of figure out what's the best situation I'm looking for, but honestly, I haven't really thought about that right now.
Paul, how would you view the Philadelphia experience for you after 2 seasons?
Damn, he could leave after one question?
Organizationally, being
Nigga smiled and dapped him up after that belt, man. These niggas don't care.
Organizationally, being a Sixer, playing in the city, how do you view that 2 seasons in, and what do you think of this team organization moving into season 3 for you here?
Yeah, it was great. It was great fans, the support. I think through the ups and downs, through everything we've been through my situation, they've been supportive. They supported me through it. And to have an opportunity to play in the postseason, given everything that went on, especially last year, how much of a struggle last season was, to give them a postseason this year was I think the positive and the highlight of it all. But my experience with the fans has been amazing. It's definitely love here. I think for us, we got to get better for sure. Not quite sure what those answers are right now, but in terms of my viewpoint on the city of Philadelphia and their support, man, it was awesome.
All right, Mr. Playoff P. I'm going to go Maxey. I'm going to go Tyrese Maxey interview. Hopefully he says, give me some real talent around, or I'm leaving and I'm joining the Miami Heat. Hopefully that's what he said. Oh, and Maxey and Edgecombe. All right, let's hear what them boys had to say, man. And that's going to wrap this one up. This video finna be long as shit.
For the last time you guys had a quick embrace there, I'm just curious for both of you as you've navigated the season, the relationship that you two have together and the fact that you guys know you're going to be backcourt mates moving forward. What has that meant to each of you?
For me, from day one, before I even knew I was getting drafted there, he was the one there. He welcomed me with open arms. It's been, I've been just learning from him since then. Just trying to keep building that relationship, keep building that chemistry. And I'm really proud of how he handled the season with a lot of ups and downs. Say battling, then coming out at the end of the season, hurting his finger, and him still pushing through. Like I say, man, it's surreal to see. Like I said, he's gonna be a superstar for years to come, and like I said, I'm really proud to just be a part of the journey. He's just been so great for me, for this team. We ain't going anywhere without him, So man, yeah, he's been great all year.
VJ, when Joel was up, he gave some high praise for you and said that Philly really has someone different in you. To hear a former MVP, someone who's accomplished all that Joel has, what does it mean to kind of hear that kind of praise from someone of that stature?
It's great. It's great, but the work has to be put in. I have to continue putting in the work. They can say, I really love my teammates, and I really love all the things they say about me. But I gotta keep putting in the work and keep getting better, just to so whatever they say can come to pass. So yeah, man, I'm glad to be here in Philly. I'm glad to be here in Philly, and I know it's my first year. It was tough, obviously. The game losing just now, it's tough. But we're gonna be good for sure.
And just to kind of quickly follow up, Tyrese, again, hearing that praise from Joel, and just your own thoughts on how VJ's been this season as you spent so much time with him.
Yeah, he's been exceptional. That's the word that I can use, exceptional. I mean, I know I sat up at this podium a lot and talked about him a lot this season, just about his maturity, about all the different things that he brings to the game. And he had a hell of a rookie season, man. Hell of, not just a rookie season, hell of a season. A lot of guys in the NBA would wish they had a season like him, you know what I'm saying? So the sky's the limit.
He ain't lying. How much did VJ... Let me see. VJ Edgecombe's rookie season, man. 16, 5, and 4. Okay.
Right. I mean, I know probably like 2, 3 years ago, I sat up here with Joel and sat up here with James, and you know, they saw something in me, and I guess I'm getting old now because I'm sitting up here with VJ, and I'm just happy to be a part of his journey. I'm happy to be someone who can help him. And another thing is I'm just going to push him to be as good as he possibly can, because it's a lot more left in that tank that we're going to, you know, get out of him. And he's someone that's it's not going to take much. He ain't got to push his buttons much. He works too hard, and he wants it too much. And like even like tonight, like you just see him every possession on the court, he just out there playing his heart out. And you can't ask for anything better than that. And the city should really just rally behind it and just be excited.
Tyrese, now the season's over. How much was your finger affecting you just throughout the last several weeks, and just what does the recovery process now look like to actually fully be able to get it right?
Yeah, it actually got a little bit better when after the playing game, had a couple days to the playing game, then I had a couple days to the Boston series. And when I was in the Boston series, it felt really good. Hadn't got hit, and I hadn't got anything, nothing in a while. Game two, the end of the second quarter, I got it caught in the jersey, and I fell on it, and I jammed it. So it's just like, I'll say this, like, nobody's going to remember this because it's regular season, but like when I first came back, we played Charlotte, we played Miami. I didn't get hit at all. You know what I'm saying? A couple games. We played a game here. Our last game, I think we played Detroit. I got it caught in the jersey, and it took like a week. So like that trip was in San Antonio and Houston. Like it just hurt. It just hurts bad. It hurts bad. And it's like that's kind of what I felt like the last 2 games. So I'm just going to give it the time for it to heal. I know I got to do some like hand therapy and different things like that. So my shooting hand. So do whatever the doctors and them tell me to do. We'll follow up on that tomorrow. But and there was no chance I was using that as an excuse for missing any part of this. Like I know during that time, when I hit the 3-week mark, I was like, I'm playing no matter what. I don't care what the consequences are. I want to help this team get into the playoffs, and you know we did that. We got into the playoffs. We won a round. You know, I'm not huge into more victories, but you look down to our roster. That's pretty good. It was VJ's first time in the playoffs, of course. Barlow, Justin, Bona, like real rotation pieces that we actually had, and everybody else on the bench as well. So we're going to continue to get better, and we'll continue to grow. Got to go through the growing pains.
I guess you talk about debriefing after games a lot. What is it like to sort of debrief after a season? What do you envision that process being like over the next few days? And then how will that inform, once your hand does heal, how you sort of attack the offseason?
Listen, I'm just going to be completely honest with y'all. I'm about to debrief by going back to the crib, and you know, I'm blessed about to be a father, so I'm happy with that. That's you know what I mean. I'm ready to go home and then just
shout out Maxie.
Like, you know what I mean. That's just I'm a father, so
boy,
I'm
Maxie finna be a
you
dad,
know
man.
I mean? I'm ready to go home and then just see how that's like. You know what I mean. That's just honestly the facts of it. A hell of a season. We had a great time playing basketball, and you know now this just brings a life challenge that's going to be great. So.
Tyrese, even at the team level, you guys had a pretty good season. Having said that, at the deadline, you did not upgrade the roster at all. What message does that send down the roster to everybody?
Why do you start smiling?
Having said that, at the deadline, you did not upgrade the roster at all. What message does that send down the roster to everybody involved?
Yeah, I mean, I'm more so just, you know, listen, it happens. We're the players, and we go out there and we're going to play at the end of the day, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Our team was obviously, I guess, good enough to get to the second round. Definitely, maybe, who knows, injuries or whatever the case may be. It could have been better matchups. Who knows how that goes. But it happens, man. It happens. I've been a part of some really, really big trades, and I've been part of some trade deadlines that's been quiet. You know, and I'm not going to say it's quiet because we gave up Jared, and I think, you know, he's going to have an exceptional career as well. But you know, at the end of the day, our front office is always going to try to do what's best for our organization and our franchise, and we have to believe and trust in them in that. So I'm just here to go out there and help on the court and do whatever I need to do for them.
VJ, where are you going to spend the offseason? You've kind of been all over the map the last 3 or 4 years. And
Keep from everywhere, huh? From Orlando, New York, Bahamas, on the way from.
And are you guys going to get to work out at all together? And if so, how much?
You know, so crazy. I don't know where I'm going to spend the offseason. Like you said, I've been on the road for the past 6 years. You know, so I'll probably go home to the Bahamas. I'll probably go to everywhere I live, to be honest. Probably go to Dallas and spend some time with Reese also. Just like I said, just keep building, keep working, trying to get better. So yeah, I guess I'll be all over.
There's questions for both of you guys. Typically, you know, you guys go away, you come back, you try to add something to your game every summer. You know, whether it be, you know, one thing or another. What's the one thing that you guys want to add to your respective games this year and come bach with next year?
For me, I would say just on the ball scoring, like, you know, off the dribble stuff, off the dribble shooting, catch and shoot, just stuff like that. Those do for sure. Main thing I'm focused on.
Yeah, I think for me, man, what's this going to be? I'm going into year 7. So I definitely have some things that I want to work on and get better at. I think this was a big time jump in season for me, as far as like I think I did a good job of just doing a lot of different things that I wanted to work on like last summer, and I kind of came out here and executed them. This series was definitely tough for me. It was they made it tough for me. I can't even sit here and lie. You know, they did a good job of just, I saw multiple bodies every single night, like every single pick and roll, it was a trap. Every single, you know, Brunson action, it was a trap. Every single time I got downhill, the entire team was in the paint. I was trying to kick out, and I got to really watch it, and because I think it was definitely, you know, one of the hardest series I played in for just myself, and I had to be better for my teammates, and no matter what the case is, no matter what the defense is, but it's a lot of different things I want to work on. Him being here and him working on some of the things he just talked about is going to really help me as well. I think, next year I'm going to do some things like off the ball and just don't have to be in front of the defense all the time. When you're in front of the defense all the time, it gives them opportunities to trap me a lot, gives them opportunities to have the entire team kind of load up. And I feel like that's one thing that really good players and great players can do. They can be on the ball and make plays on the ball, but they can also play off the ball and contribute that way, use their gravity that way. So those are a couple things that I'm definitely going to work on. And like I said, drafting him was huge for myself. Like, he took a lot of pressure off me this season, just being able to. And he's going to only get better, honestly, but being able to handle the ball, being able to make some plays, being able to give me some relief as far as just like, here, man, you bring it up, you create a play, let me go over here. And, sometimes he was creating plays for me, which is didn't happen often recently. So.
Tyrese, what's back here? Tyrese, what's most important for the group as a whole in the offseason and moving forward?
I think the biggest thing is this was a step in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? From going from last year where we didn't even make the playoffs to this year where, we get to the second round, we, again, no more victories, but at some point you got to take away something positive. You know what I'm saying? So and I said we got a lot of experience. So guys that I think, probably will coming back. You got the BJs, you got the Justins, you got all those guys who haven't played in the playoffs before. They get a whole taste of playoff experience. And once you get this taste of playoff experience, you don't want to go backwards. You know what I'm saying? So I was in the playoffs my first, my second, my third, my fourth year, and that's all I know. I was telling Trendon, he made a comment man, it's May 10th, I think, or something like that right now, and guys are working out and already got back in the gym, and we still playing, this is crazy. And it's I'm telling him that's what you want to be used to. So that's one thing that we're gonna try to take away from this, and then just staying together, man. Keeping the camaraderie high, keeping the vibes high. The vibes with this group is really good, especially with the young guys. Really liked each other, really did things together. The camaraderie was really good. So we got to keep that vibe going and just keep that culture building. If we keep building that culture, then I think the sky's the limit for this team.
Tyrese, can you describe what it was like playing against the Knicks here, where their fans come down here and kind of take over your home arena? Do you use it as fuel going forward anyway?
Sucks. It just sucks, bro. It just sucks, man.
What?
Yeah, it just sucks. That's really all I can say about it, man. It's hard. It's definitely difficult. You know what I'm saying? And it's only one way to put a stop to it, and it's we have to go out there and win these games. We just being completely honest, we were better when we played them in the Garden this entire season. I know we lost game 2 and 1, but game 2 was better. Regular season was better. Here we was, I was telling them it felt louder here for them than it did in the Garden. And it's but we got to put a stop to it as a team. Winning these games, that's what's going to make our fans louder than theirs or whatever. I don't know how to keep them out. I don't know the logistics of it, but it does suck. I can't even lie. It definitely does suck.
Tyrese, you mentioned the rotation guys, and you're going to see improvement out of them and the experience and all. And you talk about you guys getting better. Is that enough? In your mind, is it enough to, if you just look and say, well, this group's going to get better, and that's enough to advance us, or do you think there's more that needs to be needed?
Yeah, I think this group is pretty good. I think this group is pretty talented. Experience really does matter, And I was talking to Kyle a little bit about it after the game. My group over there, they've been together for a minute. They added Mikal, of course, but Jalen, Josh, who else been over there, Mitch. Those guys, they're battle tested. You know what I'm saying? I think this is what their third or fourth run at the playoffs, and that stuff matters. So it's hard to break through, and I hope we can keep as many guys as we possibly can. I don't know all that stuff, but hope we can keep as many guys as we possibly can. And if front office so that we need to add some stuff, add whoever we need to add, the shooting or whatever the case may be. We go out and find some of that as well, and then we lace them up again in October, and let's get back to it.
Final 2 questions, Kai and Matt.
Tyrese, obviously you talked a lot about VJ, but I'm curious, what did you see from second year guys this year? Guys like Justin, Adem, what kind of steps did they take this year in your eyes?
Man, listen, Justin, Bona, those 2 guys, they were big time. I think one, because Bona played so many different roles. When Joel played, when Joel didn't play, he started sometimes, and he was really good, man. I saw growth in his game. I saw him get more comfortable out there. This was a great experience for him in the playoffs. He started 3 games, I think, in the playoffs. Man, starting in the playoffs that's not a given. You know what I'm saying? That's big time. So I saw growth in him and Justin, his mental, and just him staying ready this entire season. Last year, it was kind of up and down when he got in and when he played. Even this year, it was like that. But I could see and I could tell he stayed locked in. A lot because of this guy too. They're really close. And shout out to both of them. They did a good job of just talking to each other and being there for each other. And that's what you need, man. That's when you are close off the court and you're talking to guys and you spending time with guys, it gets easier on the court. You know what I'm saying? So I always preach at the beginning of this season. That's one thing I can say about Joel. I'm close with Joel. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of know what he wants in the game. And the closer you get with these guys and the more battles you go through, the more camaraderie that you have and the better that your teams and your experience will be. So Justin and Bona were really good.
VJ, what do you want to take away from these last 11 playoff games in terms of what this level was like, whether good, bad? What do you want to take away to inform kind of your preparation in the summer and moving forward?
That I'm gonna be honest. It's been a lot of ups and downs throughout this whole playoffs. Even for me personally, with playing against the Celtics, to now against New York, it was tricky. I was guarded differently. But I know. Like I say, I'm gonna take some time, look back at it after a couple of weeks or so. Then like I say, go in the gym, just get better. Like I said, I refuse for coming into next year. The team won't ever leave me open. Even during the regular season, I was shooting the ball pretty well. When playoff comes, it's a different vibe. Intensity's higher, closeouts are a lot quicker. But I said, I'm gonna work.
What are you laughing at, VJ?
That's all I'm gonna do. Whatever I gotta do to get better. Make life easier.
I didn't know teams was leaving them open.
The rest of my teammates. Take some of the pressure, some of the load offensively off of them. And defensively, I'm gonna keep getting better, keep learning. Because for the rest of my career, I want to go out and take a guard, whoever I have to go guard. And I say I'm just excited to see how this offseason is gonna look for me. And next year, I'm gonna come back better, stronger, faster, more athletic. Whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna do. So yeah.
Thank you.
All right, man. That's gonna wrap this one up. Let me catch y'all boys in the next one, man. I'm out, man. Peace.